Today I was thinking about something very heavily during my time in meditation. And what I was thinking about is if they see the melanated people in America as being at the bottom, why are we so much of influence over politics? Why does everyone want our body forms, like our breasts, our behinds, our lips, our skin tone, our style? Why do they try to copy our entertainment? Why did they take credit from all the things that we invented over centuries and patented as their own? Why do we have so much influence? That was my question. I'm thinking, like, why do we have so much influence? So I'm going to break it down to you why I think so. And if you have any other ideas, please let me know in the comments. Okay. And I think that personally, it's because they know we are the people. They know that we are the people of Yahuwah, that our identity as a people who were scattered, oppressed, and yet carry undeniable power, influence, and favor. So I'm going to break it down to you biblically, historical, and social perspective. And this is actually just my opinion on this subject. I'm going to start with, why do politicians rely on the black vote? If we ain't nobody, if we are considered at the bottom, why do they go so hard for the black vote? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because Black Americans, descendants of the 12 tribes, primarily Yehuda, are the prophetic gatekeepers of spiritual authority and cultural influence in the nations. In Deuteronomy 28, 64, 65, and Yahuwah shall scatter you among all people from one end of the earth, even unto the other, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease. Despite not owning banks, schools, or media outlets, our vote is coveted because of our spiritual voice carries weight. We are the salt of the earth, Matthew 5:13. The moment that we are awakened, the systems of oppressions will begin to crack. Politicians don't need our power, they need our submission to stay in power. They offer crumbs in exchange for loyalty because they fear what would happen if Black Americans united under truth and walked away from Babylon's table. Let me give you, for example, I had saw on TikTok a group of people that were complaining about the elites and the wealthy. And there was a man that was sitting in the chair, and he was considered the elite and wealthy. And this black man was standing up and talking about, you don't do anything, all you think about is yourself. He was complaining. And this man, palm-colored man, he dug in his pocket, pulled out $100 bill, didn't say anything, lifted up in the air, and the black man came down from where he was and grabbed the money and didn't say anything. He showed an example that, yeah, you talking all that talk, but you ain't going to stand on it. All I had to do is throw you a breadcrumb. So he threw him $100, and he walked down there and grabbed it and walked back up and didn't say a word for the rest of the time. And it had to be one of us, of all people. So why does the world copy black culture and body forms? Because whether the world admits it or not, Yasharel is the blueprint. The 12 tribes, especially Yehuda, are the original of rhythm, beauty, creativity, and innovation. In Jeremiah 6:2, I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. I can say that's who I am. From your hair texture, coils like the creators, Daniel 7:9, full lips, hips, skin tone, swag, and creativity, music, dance, lingo, fashion, and even struggles. The world lusts after the fruit, but rejects the root. They envy the melanin, but not the mission. You know how much melanin costs? You know, the darker you are, the more that you are worth. You're worth thousands and thousands of dollars. Maybe that's why a lot of us is missing. Remember the movie Get Out? Okay, let me get back to this. They want your rhythm, but not your righteousness. They want your beauty, but not your burden. The adversary said, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharel may be no more in remembrance. Psalms 83:4. The world copies you because they know you're the chosen people. But if they admitted that, they have to acknowledge your identity and the sins of their fathers. So why was everything black people created stolen, patented, and erased? Because colonizers understand one key truth. Innovation is proof of intelligence. Intelligence is proof of divine blessing. If they let the truth out that black inventors, farmers, builders, and scholars built America and influenced the world, then the myth of white superiority collapses. Stolen credit equals stolen histories equals stolen identity equal power control. The cotton gins, stoplight, traffic signal, gas mask, open heart surgery tools, home security system, blood plasma storage, all invented by black people. But they hid your contributions, gave patents to the white inventors, taught lies in schools, and used media to villainize your image. Because if the world knew the truth of who you are, they have to accept that the real Israel has been in captivity under false names like black, Negro, color, African American. Bywords, remember? If we're hated, how do we influence everything? Because you are the light of the world, Matthew 5:14. Even in captivity, the chosen remnant shines, just like Joseph in Egypt, just like Daniel in Babylon, just like Yahusha in Rome. You are in the system, but not of it. They can't stop your influence because it's divinely encoded into your DNA. Your struggles refine your genius, your pain bursts creativity, and your identity is royal, even when hidden. So the real reason they know who you are, even if you don't. The enemy has always tried to destroy the seed, Exodus 1, herald in Matthew 2, enslave the chosen, hijack the narrative, steal the birthright, Esau and Jacob, because they fear your awakening, they fear your unity, they fear your obedience to Yahuwah. Because once you walk in Torah, truth and spirit, the power of the nations will crumble. Hosea 1:10, in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living Elohim. So let me break it down to the final truth. You are not black by accident. You are Yah's chosen remnant by prophecy. Your influence is not cultural, it's covenantal. They mock you, they market you, they hate you, yet harvest your genius. They fear you, yet follow your every move, because you carry the Ruach of the Messiah. You are the evidence they try to erase. Period.